Imagine waking up tomorrow and realizing Saturday has vanished. Sunday no longer exists. There's no weekend, no holidays, no chance to relax, just work, day after day, without end. Sounds exhausting, doesn't it? But for most of human history, this wasn't imagination, it was reality. But for most of human history, that's exactly how people lived. So who invented the weekend? Was it a king, a government, or did ordinary workers fight for it? The answer is far more fascinating than you might think. For thousands of years, humans didn't have what we call a weekend. Ancient farmers worked whenever the weather allowed. If the crops needed attention, they worked. If animals needed care, they worked. There wasn't a magical day when everyone stopped. Survival came first, and rest was a luxury. In ancient Egypt, Greece, and Rome, some religious festivals offered short breaks, but there was nothing like the regular Saturday and Sunday we enjoy today. The idea of dividing time into 7-day weeks came from ancient civilizations in Mesopotamia and was later adopted by Jewish tradition. In Judaism, the seventh day, Saturday, known as the Sabbath, was considered a holy day of rest. This wasn't just about relaxing, it was a spiritual commandment to stop working and focus on family, worship, and reflection. Later, Christianity shifted its main day of worship to Sunday, celebrating the resurrection of Jesus. Now, two major religions had different sacred days, but society still didn't recognize a true 2-day weekend. Everything changed during the Industrial Revolution in the 18th and 19th centuries. Millions of people moved into factories, where workdays often lasted 12 to 16 hours, 6 or even 7 days a week. Children worked alongside adults. Factory owners cared about production, not personal time. For workers, life became an endless cycle of labor, exhaustion, and sleep. The idea of having 2 days off each week seemed impossible. As conditions became harsher, workers began organizing protests and labor unions. They demanded shorter working hours and regular days off. One of the most famous slogans of the labor movement became 8 hours for work, 8 hours for rest, and 8 hours for what we will. It was a simple idea, but it challenged the entire economic system. Workers argued that humans needed time not only to survive, but also to live. During the early 1900s, some businesses started experimenting with shorter work weeks. One surprising pioneer was industrialist Henry Ford. In 1926, Ford introduced a 5-day work week for many of his factory employees, giving them both Saturday and Sunday off without reducing their overall pay. Many people assumed this would hurt profits, but the opposite happened. Well-rested workers became more productive, and with extra free time, they spent money on entertainment, shopping, and travel, including buying Ford's own cars. The weekend wasn't just good for workers, it was good for business. Governments soon noticed these benefits. In many countries, labor laws gradually reduced working hours and established the standard 5-day workweek. By the mid-20th century, Saturday and Sunday had become the normal weekend for millions of people around the world. What started as religious tradition and labor activism had evolved into one of the most valuable parts of modern life. But not everyone enjoys the same weekend. Hospitals, police departments, restaurants, airlines, emergency services, and many other industries operate every day. Millions of people still work weekends to keep society running. And in some countries, the official weekend isn't Saturday and Sunday at all. Different cultures have different traditions, proving that the weekend isn't a law of nature, it's a human invention, shaped by history, religion, economics, and social change.
Today, the weekend means much more than simply not working. It's when families gather, friends meet, people travel, watch movies, play sports, or simply catch up on sleep. It gives our minds a chance to recover and helps prevent burnout. In many ways, the weekend reminds us that life is about more than productivity. It's about balance. So, who invented the weekend? The honest answer is no single person did. Religious traditions introduced the idea of a weekly day of rest. Brave workers fought for better conditions. Visionary business leaders proved that shorter work weeks could actually increase productivity. Together, they created one of the greatest inventions we rarely stop to appreciate. The next time you enjoy your Saturday morning or relax on a Sunday evening, remember, you are experiencing the result of thousands of years of history and generations of people who believed that every human deserves time to rest. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments if you could invent one extra day in the week, what would you use it for? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.